Hello everyone, I'm Festo, and I finally got to using that replay recorder thingy. And this is going to be a game against my boy Luke or X TKFX. So he's going to lead with his Terrakion, I'm going to lead with my Alakazam. I'm just going to go for the Focus Blast and hit the incoming Jirachi, and seeing the damage is most likely, especially defensive Rachi, so I'm just going to go into my Heatran now, trying to get up my rocks or scare him out with a fire type move. He decides to go for the Thunderbolt though, knowing that I will not go for the Lava Plume or Fire Blast just yet, which was, I guess, a good prediction on his part, not on my part. But he decides to go into Tyranitar now, and I'm just gonna go for the Lava Plume, trying to get the burn of that thing, but I get a crit instead, which burn would be a little better because the crit wasn't really that relevant. So I'm gonna go into my Rotom Wash now, knowing that I can sponge any move from that thing basically, and he does go for the rocks now, and I opt to go for the Will-O-Wisp now, but I do miss, which sucks ass because he hits me with a Crunch, and Crunch does 25%, which actually quite a bit considering I'm max defense, so definitely want to get a Will-O-Wisp on him. But predicting a switch into Rotom now, I'm going to go for the Volt Switch, get some damage on him, which is good, and you'll see now that the Rotom is most likely choiced because I see no lefties. So predicting the trick, I'm going to switch back into my Rotom now, and he decides to go for the trick, which is good. And right here was a quite important play, knowing that he will predict my what's it called? He will predict my electric type move. He's going to go out into his Gliscor to get the immunity. Therefore, I'm going to go for the Will-O-Wisp and murk the Gliscor switch, which was perfect because he will not get his Toxic Orb activated, and meaning that he's not going to get his Poison Heal, and meaning that it's not a threat anymore. So yeah, burn the Gliscor. Now I go for the Will-O-Wisp again, thinking he might switch out, or he might go for the EQ predicting my switch, so yeah. Now I'm just gonna go into my Latias. As he toxics me, it is fine, I guess, but right here I know he's gonna go into his T-Tar, so I'm gonna double switch into my Scizor, and exactly what happens, which is good. And yeah, so T-Tar comes in. Yeah, I scare him off, whatever. I cannot talk anymore, but I scare him off with a U-turn. He goes into Gliscor as probably the most useless thing on his team right now, and go into more Rotom now. Since my Rotom is Scarfed, it's not that big of a threat to his team anymore, considering I have no like speed investment and whatnot. But he decides to go for the Protect, and he's gonna die to the burn anyway, so I was like, whatever. So finally one Pokemon goes down, which is good. He goes into Rotom now, and since I'm Scarf, I will speed him. I miss the Hydro Pump, and he misses the Hydro Pump as well. And the turn was kind of useless, and I only got some Sandstorm damage on me, but besides on myself. But besides that, it was useless. I do get a crit on this Hydro Pump though, which probably mattered. But in the long run, I could have gotten into my Alakazam and revenge killed him. So whatever. He goes into Rachi now. I'm just gonna get some damage on him because I know I cannot switch anymore with my Rotom, and he decides to go for the Calm Mind, which was a good play, I guess. Wish would have been better maybe, but whatever. I go into my Heatran now and go for the Roar, knowing that he will switch into his Tyranitar, roar him into Terrakion, which is a huge threat to my team. I have to fodder out something or go into Latios to sponge the close combat, but he predicts that, goes for the X-Scissor. I guess it's an okay move, whatever. I decide to go into my Alakazam now to scare him out, and I do go for the Focus Blast on the switch to Skarmory. Skarmory is not going to really appreciate it, and he lives with he does like 43% to him. I'm hoping that the HP Fire will be enough to kill him, but that's not the case. He lives with 4%, he kills himself off with a Brave Bird, but it means that he broke my Focus Sash, which sucks complete shit, which this does not make sense, but whatever. I'm gonna go into my Heatran now, knowing that I cannot one-shot him with my Alakazam, and Alakazam is key to winning this game. So I go into my Heatran, as I said, gonna go for the Roar, knowing that he will most likely is gonna pass the wish to Terrakion, not Terrakion, to T-Tar, and I don't want that to happen. But I roared him into Terrakion. He's gonna go for the close combat. I have to leave my Heatran in to die because it's basically, I don't have a safe switch in this Terrakion anymore. So he decides to go into his Rachi as I go for the Focus Blast, and it's not going to appreciate it, 35%, it's quite nice damage, and judging by how much the Focus Blast did, I know that the HP Fire will be enough to kill him, which is good. He goes into T-Tar now, and I'm just going to go for the Focus Blast. If I missed there, it would have been game over for me, probably, but Or actually not, it didn't matter because I had Scissor with Bullet Punch, and Bullet Punch would be able to kill both of his Terrakion and T-Tar, but I missed the Focus Blast right here. He finishes me off with the close combat, but as I said, it's irrelevant since I have a Choice Bandit Scissor still, and I have something else, and yeah. So that was definitely a great game, Luke. Some nice plays on my part won me the game, and I was basically testing this team with Alakazam because I just made it recently and I wanted someone to test this team on. So yeah, this team isn't that good, by the way. I only wanted to get Alakazam working. So yeah, hopefully you enjoy this one. It's my first kind of like BO battle uploaded because I usually don't use that recorder thing, but yeah, oh yeah, check out Luke because he's a great dude, and I'm Mephisto.